Life was sweet. I was in my early 20s, just graduated from training college, just engaged to be married. I had hair then, and just so lucky to be offered a well-paid job teaching French overseas. Except that dream job required a teaching reference. I did not have a teaching reference. I did my best to get one, applying for short-term contracts all over my home city of Glasgow, and doing my best to cope with rejection after rejection. But finally, Springbank High, French teacher, 3-month contract, perfect. Except Springbank was a rough, tough school on the wrong side of town, and I was assigned a rough, tough class at the wrong end of the school. Class 2BB, troubled teens with little yearning for learning and none concerning French. Was I good enough to cope with 2BB or not? That was the question. My first week, a senior teacher nicknamed the Devil took me aside. Listen, son, do your best. Just remember, this is war. And these kids are bandits. Not his word. Every one of them. And Big Billy Arnott, he's the worst of the lot. The Devil wasn't far wrong. Billy and his friends made my first month a baptism of fire. It wasn't that I was struggling to keep order, because that ship had sailed early on. I was struggling to stop chaos from becoming outright mayhem. It's not easy to do your best when every day is chaotic. Have you found that? It all came to a head the day I took Billy Arnott on by accident. Usually, Billy was like a surly dog looking for trouble. But this day, he's found it. Shoving, shouting, shooting paper bullets at his classmates. I need to do something. I go to his desk to slam down the lid and bring him to his senses. Bang! Ah! Billy's hands were inside the desk. Oh my, I'm so sorry, Billy. But Billy's on his feet, heading for the door. Where do you think you're going? Him. I'm going to get my dad. Whoa. I'd heard stories about Billy Sr. Believe me, I did not want to meet that guy. But when I opened my mouth, the words came out wrong. That's right, William. You go home, bring your father back here, and I'll tell him exactly what you've been up to. Or else, sit down. Billy pauses, and for once, 2BB is silent. Apart from my heart. Finally, Billy slinks back to his desk. But my relief is short-lived, because as the children are leaving, the principal comes in. My reference and my career are on the line. The principal listens to my story in stony silence. And then, Jerry, things will get easier for you now. Really? My classes are chaos. Look, and I still remember the words he said next. This is Springbank. It doesn't get tougher than this, and you are doing your best. And that's enough. In my book, whether things are smooth or rough, your best is always good enough. The next day, for whatever reason, things were quieter, and in that quieter space, some learning did take place. just not French. We reached a part of the course about the lives of French teenagers, and I asked the class how their lives compared. And now the children are speaking, and it's my turn to listen and learn things I never knew. I never knew about poverty, about addiction, about violence. Then I realized that these children were also doing their best with the cards they'd been dealt, doing their best to keep a family together, to look after younger ones, doing their best to survive in a world of chaos without being told whether things are smooth or rough. Your best is always good enough. My last day, Billy and the rest of 2BB came to me. "Sir, can we see you before you go?" I don't know what I expected, but I wasn't prepared for the wedding presents or the good luck cards. Not in French, but still, I was stunned and moved. And even now, across 40 years, the principal gave me my reference, the passport to my new life. But those children gave me something more, a point of reference for people doing their best in the worst of times. A point of reference for me to do my best through life's ups and downs. And a point of reference for you if these are tough times with work, with another person, with money. And you may not have all the answers today, but if you can say hand on heart, "I am doing my best," then you shall have your own reference, the only one you really need. Rest assured, when the times are extra tough, your best is more than good enough.